In my opinion, corporate influence and control is the most damaging and dangerous force at work in our country right now. But the second most dangerous is the influence of Christian extremism. And I want to be careful and make the disclaimer that I'm not talking about all Christians. I grew up Christian, my father's a minister, my sister's a church lady, and I have nothing but respect for people who genuinely and sincerely follow Jesus. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who want to use their religion as a pretext to dominate and control everybody else. I'm talking about witch burners, okay? Now, there's a synergy between these two. They both work in the same direction, and the corporations are going to use the Christian extremists to implement their agenda. And here's how that works. The corporations want a submissive workforce that will not question their subjugation. And the Christian extremists, they teach people to be submissive, to submit to authority, and to follow directions and not question. The corporations do not want an educated workforce. They do not want an educated populace that's going to be able to analyze and understand their situation and have the mental wherewithal to do something about it. The Christian extremists also do not want an educated populace. They want people who are ignorant and can therefore be manipulated and controlled. The two work hand in hand. And the corporations have almost complete control over our government, our economy, our society right now. If they achieve total domination, they will need somebody to administer their corporate state for them. They'll need people to be in government and in positions of authority who can implement their agenda and will wittingly or unwittingly facilitate their control and their domination. The Christians are also very useful for this. People like Mike Johnson, who will submit to their superiors and do their bidding, as long as they are rewarded for their loyalty, rewarded with money, rewarded with liberty. That means that as long as they are administering a docile workforce, they will not be constrained in any of their other behavior. They'll be allowed to be as hypocritical and depraved as they want. The corporations, they don't care about things like abortion, gay rights, no-fault divorce, all these things that the Christian right cares about. The corporations, it doesn't matter to them whether people are forced to give birth, or locked up for being gay, or whatever it is. So they will give the Christian extremists free rein to dominate, control, subjugate, and eliminate people that they don't like. They can put them in prison, and that will become a source of free labor for the corporations. That's already happening. We have all these ICE detention centers now. 90% of those detention centers are privately owned. That means corporations are profiting off of the detention and imprisonment of these people. And they will be used as a source of free labor. They'll be sent out to the farms to pick the crops. That's the kind of synergy, that's the kind of layers of control and exploitation that are being put in place. And in my analysis, it's those two groups. It's the Christian extremists and the corporations and the oligarchs who will work together to create an uneducated, compliant workforce that will buy the products, do the work, go to church, and behave the way their Christian masters and their corporate masters want them to. And that's what I see happening. Well, thanks for listening.